Hi guys, welcome to our first episode of the Smart Self Storage mini podcast series. And in this series, we'll just be going over general things about the storage world, things you need to know. Um, and I'm Janell, and I'm here today with Rosie, our Regional Property Supervisor. Welcome, Rosie.
Hey, thanks for having me today, Janelle.
Yeah, so before we jump in, I just wanted to ask you a few questions. Share how you got into the storage world. How did you start?
Oh man, I don't know if I want to bore you guys, but okay. I started working in the self storage industry probably about 18 years ago. I kind of fell into it because I was looking for a storage space for personal storage, and I saw a now hiring banner. I applied, and I was working at a magical place at the time, if that gives you a hint, and didn't find that too suitable for my schedule. So I got called back from this company for the self storage location I was applying for, and it's been a roller coaster ever since, but a fun one. So I became started as assistant manager, worked my way up to a manager 2 years later, and then became a supervisor about 10 years into the industry. And what I've always said is I never realized I was into not only self storage, but property management. It's a whole realm of things that you learn. So in property management itself, you can learn a lot, and it kind of delves into real estate, self-storage, so many other things, commercial apartments. So yeah, it's something that's never a dull moment. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. So I've been in this industry for a long time, and so proud to say, I've been in the trenches, gone through ups and downs with the economy, seen the difference of, good occupancy versus bad occupancy, a lot of just the self-storage industry growing in general.
Right.
Seeing it just becoming more available and more properties popping up everywhere. They're kind of like the next level Starbucks, I feel like. So, yeah, without all the caffeine, but yeah, different. It's been fun.
Yeah. I mean, you're the perfect person to ask these questions, just basic storage surface things that, people might want to know. So my first question is, and I know a lot of people, this is their problem with storage. People that do know about storage, it's always a lot of big box storage facilities out there.
Yeah.
Their rates are always changing. If it's not monthly, it's weekly, even daily.
Daily, hourly. Yeah. It's different.
What sets smart self-storage apart from the rest of the storage facilities in that aspect?
Yeah, so the good thing about us is we don't change our rates as quickly due to the market changes. We look at we really manually, like person to person, like I will ask you, Janelle, hey, pull these reports, and we stare down at our numbers, and we're very strategic, and we calculate, what is the best way we can get a hold of our customers without being too high on the market and too low. Of course, every aim in any company is to make revenue, but we also pride in ourselves in keeping our tenancy for as long as possible. And that goes to everything from amenities to our staff to constant team trainings, so on and so forth. So we definitely pride ourselves in having the first year price guarantee, which means that any month you move in a year, you're not going to get a rent raise until the following year. So you're a full year in before you see any kind of increase. And the increases are pretty reasonable.
Right.
So we really delve deeply into our market strategies, and we actually do that as like real live people, not to take offense to the technology world, but AI isn't helping us on this kind of stuff. Right. We don't do revenue management. We don't use a program. We're like just staring at the numbers ourselves, kind of boots on the ground, find out who our competitors are. And our aim is not to beat them at their price, but at the same time, we want to make sure our tenants' experience is something that counts more than just getting their monthly rent.
Right. It's more of a personal touch instead of, like the computer
Absolutely.
connection.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I think that's a key word is the connection, the tenant experience. That's what we really like focus on and aim to please in that aspect. So
Yeah.
our team members, our on-site team members, have been there in this industry, if not within our company, more than 10 years plus.
Right, so next question that I have, do you have on-site managers at your self-storage facilities?
Yes, we actually do have on-site managers that live on property, which is nice because it's a personal touch. We have the same people that are constantly working at the same locations. So every month, tenants come in to pay or call over the phone to pay. You're dealing with the same manager. The good thing is we have great reviews on everybody. You know, they get called out on Google, Yelp, so on and so forth. So we're proud of that. So when you have a certain manager, let's say Janell's at our facility, she's going to say, oh, I met Janell, she's been great, and, that's what we're proud of. So I think also it adds a sense of peace of mind to know that your things are being stored at a place that you can entrust, that somebody's
So you
always
know the
there.
manager.
Yeah, they know the manager. It's not going to be something that's always going to be changing every single month. And there's consistency.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in light of everything we've talked about so far, how is the turnover rate in smart self-storage? Because that's something I know that is really high in other, self-storage companies. So how is that on the smart self-storage side?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we take great pride in the tenant experience. So with that in mind, our research shows that 55% of our tenants actually stay with us 3 years or more. That's not easy to do, especially when you have so many competitors out there right now. It's phenomenal that we have loyal customer base that keep renting with us. And with that, we also offer a great referral program, actually, that people either, refer their friends, family members, coworkers. And then 40% of people are actually referral tenants or returning tenants, actually. So
Wow.
we're really proud of that.
Yeah. And I think that says a lot too because, a lot of bigger companies out there, they do have lower prices than us because
Sure.
their prices or their rates do change
Yeah.
every minute of every
Right.
day. And the fact that we're able to keep, what was it again, like 55%?
Over 55%. Yeah.
Are with us for, more than 3 years.
Yeah.
And I think that really says a lot.
Yeah, exactly. I think it says a lot. There are people that go around and really shop, especially nowadays with this economy, with every kind of a thing like inflation rates, like just going up through the roof. So as a customer, I think of myself. If I'm going to go search for something and know that this is a service that we provide. So if I'm going to search for a service that will remain constant and I need it for the meantime, I'm going to try to get the best price out of it.
Exactly.
And people are willing to like drive further nowadays before, they settle on a specific storage place.
Yeah.
So we have really strategic locations, I feel, within our Southern California and Northern California properties. So we're always there for our customers.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and speaking of that, from a personal experience, my dad actually, he has a couple of storage units. He is a technician, so he has a lot of, what is it called?
Tools
And
equipment. Okay.
And he actually moves, if not every month, every 3 months to different storage facilities to always get the lowest rate, the best discount they offer. And I mean, that takes up a lot of strength and time and effort
Yeah.
to be moving everything you have in
Yeah.
a 10 by 20,
I know.
let's say,
Yeah.
and a couple of them.
Yeah.
So I think it really says a lot about, smart self-storage and how, our tenants just stay long and
Oh yeah.
don't jump every 3
Yeah,
months.
they don't jump every 3 months exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to do that. So,
Yeah.
well, but I totally understand why your dad would do that. But maybe you should come to smart self storage.
Everything we've talked about, it's really reassuring for anyone, looking for a storage unit in any storage facility, honestly, not just smart self-storage alone. And these are very important things to think about before, committing to a storage facility.
Absolutely. Just to throw it out there too, we also offer not only exceptional customer service, but we also sell inventory on site. So we try to be your one-stop shop for moving supplies, things like that. We go on a month-to-month basis, so we make the transition from whatever your need is, whether you're remodeling or moving. People go through hard times that we'll consider storage. So we want to make your transition to our facility very welcoming, very warm, and very personable too. So we pride ourselves in that.
So thank you. So thank you for listening to our first episode of our mini podcast series. This is going to be the first of 5 of our mini series. So if you've learned a thing or two, stay with us and stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you.